As a filmmaker, it's incredibly important to get great footage, but to have a successful career, you can't lose sight of the bigger picture. There's no quicker way to sabotage your career than thinking that whatever you're doing is the most important and ignore everyone else that's there on set. In our experience, it's the person that can create great quality work whilst working in harmony with everyone else that will get the call back for future projects. In video production, it's often very likely that you'll be working alongside a stills photographer, particularly if you're covering an event. Just like you, their paycheck will depend on capturing those key shots and capturing the key certain moments that you'll want to get as well. It's our advice to think of them as your teammates. Not only will it make the whole day a lot more enjoyable if you're not always fighting and competing to get the shot, but often it's the photographers that are booked first, and they'll be asked, can you recommend a good videographer that you enjoy working with? So it's time to put your ego aside, make a friend, and think of the long-term career benefits for you both. Being a conscientious and courteous video professional is a great way to build a strong reputation as someone that everyone wants to work with. To illustrate this, let me give an example from an event that we filmed several years ago. So here we are, we're at a sports competition, and it's the key moment of the day where the winning team are just about to walk up to collect the trophy. First thing that you'll note here is that I'm wearing all black. If you're on a shoot where there's multiple cameras, photo or video, wearing black can be really helpful, as it basically means if you're caught in the background of a shot, you're a little bit less noticeable than you would be in, say, some brighter colours. I'm on a gimbal and a wide lens here, so I want to be in as close as possible and track the team back as the first player receives their medal. The photographer's in position already and wants exactly the same shot that I do. So I choose first to go behind him, but I'm a little bit too late and the team are already moving in. So I have a quick check over my shoulder and make sure I'm not going to get in his shot as I move. Now that's really important. In video production, when you see a shot, the temptation can be to just go straight for it. But if you're working with other people, just have a quick check over both shoulders, make sure you're not blocking anyone else's shot, can be a really good way just to show, hey, I'm being courteous here, I'm making sure the shot's clear and I'm good to get it. So now I need to go in front of the photographer to get where I need to go. The easy thing to do is to cross his lens, stand up and just run straight across it, but the courteous thing to do is to make the effort to go low, to get underneath the lens and stay out of his shot. It's something you may have experienced as well. If someone walks across in front of your lens, it doesn't particularly leave the best impression, but if someone tries to drop down, get low and deliberately stay out of your shot, just think how that makes you feel. It's a really subtle way to communicate, hey, look, your work's important, I'm gonna make the effort to go out of my way to make sure you can get what you need to. So I'm here, I'm getting my tracking shot, not as close as I would have ideally wanted to be, but I've got a good shot of it and haven't prevented the photographer from getting any of the shots that he wanted to. Because at the end of the day, we're both working for the same client, and just because I want a certain shot doesn't mean in the grand scheme of things that my shot is the most important in this scenario. I dive in, get a nice bit of interaction with the camera, and then take my time, wait a few seconds, and can go in to get another close-up of the presentation. I'm sure I potentially might have gotten the photographer's shot here at certain points, but what I've done here is given him the first go at every shot and done all that I can to work around him. It's a very difficult skill to develop, but if you can work in harmony with photographers while still getting all the shots that you need to, that's going to be a really key skill to help you progress your career through word of mouth and building a reputation.